ים הדר צריך לחשוב טבעת, שוטף את טילמן, סוף שעון, צועקים את טילמן לזרוק. זה רך, אבל תראה את המאבקים שם על הכדור, ופה היל פשוט, היל בקולו.
מתחילתה של ההתקפה הזאת היא הייתה תקועה, גם התחילה מאוחר, גם השחקנים קיבלו את הכדור במקום הלא נכון. למרות זה עדיין הפועל תל אביב כמעט הצליחה להבקיע.
הנה זריקה ראשונה מבחוץ של יאנג, היא קצרה, וקריימר רץ קדימה לאחד על אחד. קריימר, אנחנו יודעים שהוא יודע ויכול לרוץ למגרש, בהיסטריה מפתיע, אבל יש מי שיתקן, ווולקאם בקולו.
שעה טובה.
כן, נקודות ראשונות, גם לרכש החדש הירושלמי. ברטימור נותן לטילמן, גם הוא בתוך הסל, פאול סוחט.
So if we're looking at the 4 foreigner players who are registered for Apol Tel Aviv today, none of them started the season with this team, including the head coach. So that is how you change your roster during the season. Of course, all of this results in expenses and a bad record, but hopefully for them, they can right the ship now before it's too late. Kramer is wide open, and somehow not typical of him to miss that badly when he's that open. So Young to Baltimore, again playing against his former team where he played his best years of his career. Tillman is active again on the offensive board. Apol Tel Aviv have 4 against the 2 by Jerusalem. So for those of you who watched Apol Tel Aviv this season, Gabe York is no longer with the team. Today, Reggie Upshaw and John Diebler are not registered, but they're still with the team, so potentially could be registered for games in the future in the league. Baltimore, there was a nice ceremony for him with a video tribute before the game. I'm sure he has extra emotions today, playing in front of these fans. Even though it's not a filled-up arena, it's filled up based on the capacities allowed during Corona by the health ministry in Israel. Tyreek Jones, the athletic big for Apol Tel Aviv, with the foul. Apol Tel Aviv, only 4 wins this season, but they won last game against Apol Be'er Sheva in a convincing way with 27 points by James Young. So again, that's where Danny Franco, the new coach, is hoping that they will turn things around. Yamadal bringing the ball up. Tillman just takes Brimo inside too easily, and again, not typical of Brimo to allow that. He's a stronger guy than Tillman, shouldn't allow him to be pushed. Brimo misses the open 3. Brimo was maybe hesitant because he already committed 1 foul. And Kramer with a bad start, missing that 3, missing a layup, and now a turnover. So Brimo is cautious of committing that foul, and with no help coming, I think Adomaitis just sees that and takes him out. So Stanton Kidd is in, and Tillman again gets to his spot pretty easily. So a great start for Apol Tel Aviv, going inside, leading 11-3 after more than 3 minutes, and we can already see Paul Stoll being very active in the huddle with instructions. So Kramer, we saw him with that running hook shot also in last week's game against Eilat. After missing a couple of shots, that's a good way for him to get into things. Coming off the timeout. Adar, James Young, he's a scorer. That's too easy for him. Kramer goes inside. Flat against Yamadar, two players from the Israeli national team. That's a great matchup, Blat and Madar, two of the future and present star guards for Israeli basketball. Young drives inside, draws the foul. So really a great start for Hapoel Tel Aviv. It's not only a return for Baltimore to this arena, also Danny Franco, head coach of Hapoel Tel Aviv, has coached Jerusalem in the past. So lots of emotions on Hapoel Tel Aviv's bench today, as Young gives Hapoel an early 10-point lead. So defensive issues again for Jerusalem. 15 points in 4 minutes and change. That's too much to surrender. Tayshaun Thomas against Tillman, can't score. And he hasn't played the way we've grown accustomed to seeing him. As they're going again into this matchup of Young versus Adam Ariel. Timur. Switching now, Tayshaun Thomas on Timur. That's Tillman again, and very easy. So Hapoel Tel Aviv are looking sharp offensively. 17 points in 5 minutes. That's on pace for a lot of points. That's on pace for 136 points in this game. We don't see that in the 40-minute FIBA game, and that's a beautiful post move by Tayshaun Thomas. That's the Tayshaun Thomas Jerusalem needs to see, especially since Jacoven Brown has gone out, has gone down, and will probably not return this season. Tillman against Stanton Kidd draws another foul. James Young, Tillman, he is having himself a ball with his length against Ariel, but he also did it against Brimo. So 12 points by Hapoel Tel Aviv are in the paint. 12 points for Justin Tillman. All inside the paint. Kramer, a shot over Tillman, and Jerusalem are just out of sorts. Yamadar now gets this. Beautiful dish to Tyreek Jones. Basket and a foul, and they are stunning the home crowd, who is just seeing a team that just can't find its way. I think Tamir Blatt needs to lead them more, but look at Yamadar. Was thinking of the shot, but then he sees the cutting, driving Tyreek Jones. And that's what you do. You feed your running big men, because then you're getting much more from them defensively. And I think that's going to be another shot. So I think it was either Ariel or Kramer who just entered too early. And it's you know, I don't understand that whistle, because even if it's the case, there was no one in the area. It's not like anyone from Hapoel Tel Aviv could have or even attempted going for that rebound. But I guess a rule is a rule. Brimo is back in. Blatt. That's what I meant. I think Blatt needs to touch the ball more and be the leader of this team. Brimo got hit in the head. That's what he's signaling. So if Jones touches the rim, that's the claim by Jerusalem. Maybe there should also be a basket counted here, and that's the case. So they're giving him the basket, and this is a big, very important second foul by Tyreek Jones. So he's heading out. So this is important. Now looking for Tillman. Brimo is now not giving him the option to penetrate so easily, and it's just a field day by Young and Tillman against the guards, forwards of Hapoel Jerusalem. Taking Kramer to school, taking Adam Ariel. It's Young, Tillman. Nice crossover by Kramer. Stanton Kidd misses the three. Madar with the break. Finds Young, and that's just beautiful execution from Hapoel Tel Aviv. 26 points. And they're swarming Hapoel Jerusalem's players. Now Madar is on, covering Blatt, but great pick set by Brimo, and that creates the opportunity for Blatt. So sometimes coaches will always talk about it. A pick needs to be a pick, and that was a great one by Sue Brimo. Yamadar has not shot yet. That's his first one. Young. That's the three-pointer from Young. Adam Ariel, leading scorer, leading three-point shooter in the Israeli Basketball League this season with 53%, but he misses his first attempt. 53% is amazing by any standard. Tillman, and that was great defense by Brimo until he was called for the foul. So that's the second on Brimo. Salmanson today is inactive, so not a lot of bigs for Jerusalem. Look at that. Young with the assist to Jonathan Moore. So Hapoel Tel Aviv so far are 2 of 3 from 3. They already have 5 assists. Paul Stoll has been playing all over the Israeli League. A great veteran, winner. Let's see what shape he is in. But he has played in several teams in the Israeli League and very successfully. As Thomas sees Jonathan Moore, and whatever Apol Tel Aviv players are doing to their defenders, Tayshon Thomas can create against Jonathan Moore. And that's an offensive foul on Tillman, as Brimo with a veteran move to draw that charge. Tillman, 13 points. This is his first foul. Beautiful reach and deflection by Jonathan Moore, but somehow they couldn't control the ball, and that's a beautiful finish by McCollum. So McCollum is showing pressure defense and some scoring ability. He just had one practice with the team, as Stoll now is checking things out, finds James Young. That's always a great option. What a player, what a scorer, James Young. 33 points. Hapoel Tel Aviv, 3 of 4 from 3. Adi Cohen Saban finds Tayshon Thomas. So Hapoel Tel Aviv's defense really has taken a hit once Tillman and especially Tyreek Jones. Once Tyreek Jones, I would say, Tillman is still on the court. Headed to the bench, and Yamada, you have to love his patience. That's what you want to see from a player. He's been shooting all the shots for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Adam Ariel misses that look, but now James Young, I think he got hit in the midsection. So as painful as this is, usually when that happens, you hope it's actually better than a knee or anything else. I don't know if it's a hip thing, but he's still not getting up. So that's the problem, and it doesn't look good. I don't know why no one is attending from the team doctors. Now finally they're coming, and as he's getting up. So Brimo sticks out his rear end and nails Young, who's trying to run past the pick. It still doesn't look good, but hopefully it's just a thing that will pass soon. So now the subs are in for Hapoel Tel Aviv, and that's a chance for Hapoel Jerusalem to get some of that early deficit back. Raz Adam is in. Tillman is posting up again, and he is on fire with that turnaround jumper, hook shot, whatever you want to call it. 6 of 8 in the paint for Tillman, and he did it against a good defender like Tayshon Thomas. Another missed three-point shot by Hapoel Jerusalem. So Hapoel Tel Aviv can now, as Paul Stoll, still we can see there's some rust there. Going for Jonathan Moore. He's not a great post-up player. And that's going to be a foul on Adam Ariel. Stoll sees the bigger Jonathan Moore. I don't know if Jonathan Moore is a natural post-up player, but is much bigger than whoever was defending him. So he went to him. So Tillman scores again inside. Amazing what he's doing so far with 17 points. Also, the report is that Young has gone back to the locker room to be checked in the groin area. So Brimo is going to get the basket and the foul. So again, Jerusalem are targeting Jonathan Moore, as they should, since Tyreek Jones went out with that second foul. And now I can't believe, like, they were just looking at him with no bigs for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Brimo, and even this three is missed by Jerusalem. So 0 for 9 is Jerusalem so far from three. Tillman is doing it all. 19 points, Justin Tillman. So they have 4 new foreign players. Hapoel Tel Aviv. I mean, Tyreek Jones has joined a month ago and has been very impressive. So what we can say is that they have 4 very promising foreign players now, after when you're comparing to what they started the season with. $18 points for Tillman. Chris Kramer, that has to go in. Nothing is falling for Jerusalem from 3. And I don't know why they're not going into Brimo or Tayshaun Thomas, just to see the ball inside, going in the rim. It's just amazing. 44-20 is the score. The start of the second quarter. They talked about their defense between the quarters, as Blatt is able to draw a 3-point foul. So 3 shots for Blatt against from Raz Adam. So that's a positive by Tamir Blatt, who is not involved enough offensively. They need better decision making. Just hard to fathom what is going through with this team, as we see Jacobin Brown with his injury and Idan Zalmanzon, who is inactive today. Jerusalem fans are kind of stunned. So Tillman, who has been close to perfect with an unnecessary turnover off a great pass by Stoll. And the recent news coming from the Hapoel Tel Aviv locker room is that James Young will likely not return today. So that's major in terms of the impact for this game for Hapoel Tel Aviv. They don't know yet what the situation is. Probably some kind of strain in his groin area. So they're looking into this further, but again, I've said that so far it looks like he's not coming back. So that could be, even though they have this cushion, this amazing 22-point cushion, without Young, it's a different story, especially when you consider also Tyreek Jones having 2 fouls. Of course, Hapoel Tel Aviv will not only worry about Young's status for today, but also moving forward. Them being in a bad position in the Israeli League, sitting there at the number 11 spot with only 2 teams below them. And 2 teams are relegated every year. So this year, actually. So every game is important, and they really don't want to have injured players, especially not James Young, who is now that he's found his way and his rhythm with the Apol Tel Aviv, is probably their top player.
הוא אחד שאוהב קודם כל למסור קודם כל לפני הכל למסור. הוא שחקן שכן צריך את כולם חדים לידו, כי אחרת הרצון שלו למסור והמהירות שלו והזריזות שלו יכולות גם לייצר עיבודי כדור. אז הגבוהים שלנו במיוחד יצטרכו ללמוד לחיות עם זה. אני לא חושב שהוא לא לוקח מים את הכדור. היתרון בפול שבגלל יכולת הקליעה הטובה מאוד שלו יכול לשחק גם ליד ים הדר ולהפך.
So Danny Franco, head coach of Apol Tel Aviv, talking about Paul Stoll, how he's a pass-first point guard. Born in Michigan, grew up in Mexico, played there, played in the States, played in Israel. As Tyreek Jones is back with his 2 fouls. Paul Stoll has won a championship in Israel with Maccabi Haifa. So Coach Franco mentioned how he can fit playing with Yamadar because of his ability to also score. And that's a steal. Nice job there by Apol Jerusalem defensively. Tamir Blatt. Stanton Kidd has the mismatch over Timur. Blatt, a tough shot. Stoll with the rebound. The shortest guy on the court, but he's a good rebounder and a great passer, as we've already seen. They're playing with the 3-guard lineup of Timur, Madar, and Stoll. Tyreek Jones. Timur off the dribble, misses this one. And of course, Stoll has it. Yamadar. Madar was waiting for that pick by Jones. And Jones with a nice shot off the bank. And he will need to make sure he doesn't get that 3rd foul this half. That's going to be a big challenge for him. Ray McCollum has to be starting to do this for Jerusalem to replace Jacovid Brown's scoring. 46-24. Yamadar against McCollum. Drives inside the ball. Stoll is able to pass another assist. And you can see he's not at the top of his form. He's not looking to score yet, but he's dishing and helping the offense of Apol Tel Aviv for sure. Look at this drive. He looks to pass. And Tyreek Jones is able to control it and continue the attack by Apol Tel Aviv. Apol Jerusalem. Let's see how they return from this timeout. Can we see something else from them? McCollum, is that their first 3-pointer? Yes, it is, finally. So the first made 3-pointer, now they're 1 of 12. Adomaitis, the head coach, under lots of pressure because things are not going well for this team. Timur draws the foul. So Hapoel Tel Aviv continue to do what they want. Three assists already for Timur, and now 5 points. They already have 50 points. We started this broadcast by mentioning how Jerusalem has surrendered hundreds of points in the last couple of games. And they're on pace to do that again, unless something dramatic changes here. And that's beautifully done. So McCollum is showing a lot. So I think the only bright spot for Hapoel Jerusalem so far is Ray McCollum in his first game with the team. Raz Adam. Madar playing against what looks like good defense by McCollum. Madar for 3. Beautiful shot. Paul Stoll is giving the ball to the players exactly where they want to get them, where they want to get it. And they are converting these passes. And he already has 4 assists. And Stoll almost picks that ball. And he still thinks. Paul Stoll listed at 5'11", but I'm not sure he's even that high, that tall, sorry. Kramer, McCollum, another 3, does not make this one, but Adam Ariel is there after Brimo had his hand there. So all of these points are super important because Jerusalem is going to have the break. Stoll, the long 3, misses. They're going to have the long break between the halves, and they can talk about cutting this lead with Hapoel Tel Aviv missing their star player, James Young. So any points they can get now are going to be super important for their comeback later on, the chances of it. So second 3-pointer, a good pass by Stanton Kidd to Chris Kramer, who makes the corner 3. And Jerusalem are starting to do something positive. Tyreek Jones, Yamadar. Jones pulls up and misses. Still a good-looking shot. And it's a 19-point deficit. It was in the high 20s earlier. 24, I think, was the biggest lead for Apol Tel Aviv. Stanton Kid, air ball. So I think they're shooting way too many threes. I mean, you're not making them today. Why not try to go inside and draw that third foul from Tyreek Jones? That's a foul by Raz Adam, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. So they're going to check it out. They're going to review this, but that's a bad play by Raz Adam. And also, I think on the Apol Tel Aviv side, they kind of forgot of Justin Tillman, who's been red hot, and no one seemed to even start to stop him. So those are the things we're seeing from Apol Tel Aviv. So I don't know, if you're going to the ball, then it's a common foul. But if you're trying to stop a break, that's unsportsmanlike foul. That's in the FIBA rule book. So let's see what they decide. It could be either, I guess. So the refs are making it a common foul, but a shooting foul. So 3 shots. So it's going to be 3 shots. So they changed it from an unsportsmanlike foul that should result in 2 shots and a ball. They're switching it to a common foul, but in the act of shooting. So kind of a compromise decision there. Chris Kramer on the line. He came back from a meniscus injury. Kramer makes 2 of 3. So it's a 17-point game. Let's see what Apol Tel Aviv come back with. Yeah, now they're thinking of Tillman. And he's getting the ball a little far from the basket, trying to repost. Madar pulls up mid-range, and that's the 3rd foul by Jones. And that's the one that he just shouldn't have made, and now also he feels something. I don't know if that's like a cramp. Or a strained muscle or something. He's trying to stretch it out. So despite this lead, everything is open here right now, I would say. With Jones looking like this, if they don't have both Jones and James Young, then Apol Jerusalem have to believe that they have a shot at coming back, even from 24 down, because Apol Tel Aviv have no bigs. Stoll, that should be considered as another assist, even though it was almost picked up there. So Jones, I think they should take him to the locker room. He's not playing in this quarter for sure. With 3 fouls, Franco will not send him back, and you saw the veteran leadership of Stoll, how he helps. Jonathan Moore with a nice finish to another great pass by Paul Stoll, who is doing all the right things. And Jones should be heading to the locker room, as we see he is. Kramer with a horrible shot at the end of the 24-second shot clock. Hapoel Tel Aviv, every basket counts now because they might be without two of their star players. And that was good defense by Jerusalem, so that's a rarity today. Kramer goes all the way, misses. Thomas is there. And you can see no bigs for Hapoel Tel Aviv, and somehow Jerusalem blows 3 layups. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Timur to the new leader for Hapoel Tel Aviv, or at least one of them, Paul Stoll. Beautiful pass from Timur to Tillman. And you can see how Danny Franco and Hapoel Tel Aviv's management have been able to bring in smart veteran players to have better basketball decision, and that's James Young with street clothes. Will not return tonight, and we hope he'll be back next game. We hope it's nothing serious. Got hit in the groin area, the hip area. Unclear yet what exactly happened. Tillman. What a first half by Justin Tillman. Adam Ariel with the 3rd foul, so that's not good news for Hapoel Jerusalem. 20 points for Justin Tillman. A 21-point lead, last possession of the first half. Ray McCollum, who has scored 9 points so far to lead Hapoel Jerusalem, finds Brimo from the corner. That's another missed 3-pointer, and so fitting that they would end this half with another 3-point shot. So these are the 2 injuries. These are highlights. Now it's the real game. So Hapoel Tel Aviv have to find a way to survive after leading by 21, now 23, without 2 of its stars players. Tyreek Jones and James Young are out. McCollum is on the bench to start the second half for Jerusalem. They will need to show both precision offense like this one and better defense. So for Hapoel Tel Aviv, the starting 5: Tillman, Moore, Madar, Timur, and Paul Stoll. That means that Tillman is going to execute most of the shots, and Madar probably will be the second option offensively. Trying to thread the needle with the bounce pass, doesn't work. Kramer finds Tayshaun Thomas. Adam Ariel is still off today. And Timur draws the foul, pushing the pace, so I think that's smart by Hapoel Tel Aviv. So they have to survive this half without... Tyreek Jones is one of their most important players. We saw earlier in the game when he was out with foul trouble how Jerusalem started going inside. I think Jerusalem needs to go inside as much as they can against this very thin, smaller sized roster, as Madar misses. And that's not like him. Usually he will make this, and he's upset with himself for missing this because that was a classic and-one situation. Yeah, he gets hit in the head, and that impacts his shot, of course. So Kramer with the foul. So not a bad foul after he lets Madar just spin around him. Madar makes both. Every possession counts in a game that has developed in such a surprising fashion. Brimo, Tamir Black, and that's traveling by Brimo. Timur lays it in. Too easy by Jerusalem's defense. So Hapoel Tel Aviv is continuing their onslaught. 7 points each for Timur and Madar. They will have to shoulder more of the offensive board burden with the 2 stars out. Ariel, that's the 3 he was looking for. So that's a first make by Adam Ariel, the leading 3-point scorer percentage-wise in the Israeli Basketball Winter League. Madar, the mid-range is not good, but somehow Tillman is there. No one boxes out because there was a pick-and-roll situation. So Tillman with 24 points. And already 8 rebounds. Tayshaun Thomas misses a 24-point game. Stoll with 4 rebounds also with this 5'11" frame. Directing Hapoel Tel Aviv's offense. Players know that they'll get the ball, just like this situation as Tillman draws the foul. I think it's Sue Brimo. And if it is Brimo, then it's going to be his 3rd foul. Somehow it's not a shooting foul, but it is a 3rd foul on Brimo. Stoll is still rusty with his shot. That's a smart foul by Stoll to stop the break, and he did it in a way where he went after the ball. That's what Jerusalem can be doing today from now on, with no big to wait for them that plays above the rim or even close to that defensively. As Moore finds Tillman, and Tillman continues to do what he can do. 26 points, 10 of 12. That's Zion Williamson field goal percentage. Blatt. Stoll with the drive. Jonathan Moore for 3. Stanton Kidd with the rebound. Tamir Blatt. Too quiet today. Too inactive. That's a step back 3. In and out. Thomas can't convert the putback. Jerusalem seems, I don't know, something is off mentality-wise. We don't see players fired up. We don't see them talking to one another. McCollum is in for Kramer. Madar takes Tayshaun Thomas for a typical Madar trip, but he couldn't convert. I don't know why they're not going inside. Why not post up Thomas? Missed, then missed putback or tip in, and they're still off. Ariel is set to come back. Timur being chased by McCollum. Tillman sets the pick and roll and rolls. And that's gonna be traveling. McCollum against the pressuring, as always, Madar. Brimo for 3, makes the shot. So only 4th made 3 for Jerusalem, and I'm still saying they should go inside every time. More inside to Tillman. Here's the help. And they're lucky he misses this one. A rare miss by Tillman. So a good foul by Moore on Tayshaun Thomas before he gets the ball. Brimo drives. That's there for them, for the taking. They just need to drive. Apol Tel Aviv is going to have a hard time stopping these drives by Brimo and Tayshaun Thomas. Here's the switch, Thomas on Yamadar. Tillman sees the double team and draws the foul, and that could be a shooting foul, and also the fourth foul by Adam Ariel. So great play by McCollum. So Apol Jerusalem are over the limit. Tillman. Tillman. $28 points. They will need more from him to be able to pull this one out. I keep mentioning this because they're up by 20 but are missing star players as McCollum with the turnover. Stoll again is around so many good basketball plays without scoring today. He has 0 points, 0 for 2 from the field, but 5 assists, 1 steal, 4 rebounds, and actually I think it's 2 steals once they will update this play. Tillman. And they should still go to him. That's their best shot. Ariel. Foul. Timur on Tayshaun Thomas. So almost every matchup by Apol Tel Aviv right now is a mismatch. And yet they're still up by 21. So Daniel Cooperberg, who was listed as, so not officially, but they said before the game that he will not play. But they are sending him in because he's registered today and they just need another big. And they decided to take the chance with him, even though he's not 100% healthy. So interesting decision by Apol Tel Aviv to send Cooperberg out when, at least by their claims, he was not 100% before the start of the game. But they put his name, so he is registered and is allowed to play. So anything he can do is going to help them in a major way. Timur, that's a long three. So it's a low-scoring third quarter, but low scoring is good for Apol Tel Aviv. If it's going to remain for both teams, they're fine with it. They're fine with trading possessions without scoring by both sides. Stoll now commits Apol Tel Aviv's 4th foul in the quarter. So every foul from now on will result in shots as Madar comes in to give a breather for Stoll, who is 36 years old. And as Ariel, that's his second made three. Jerusalem it's bound to happen, a substantial run. Cooperberg. That's a beautiful score by Daniel Cooperberg. Bonus points. They were not expecting him to play today, and definitely not expecting him to score. Horrible pass by Kramer, but it is recovered by Kidd. And that's gonna be a beautiful dunk. Viciously done by Thomas. Can this ignite something by Hapoel Jerusalem? With a minute to go in the third quarter, Cooperberg misses, keeps it alive, and scores. And he's gonna be the unsung hero of these last two possessions, and that's Ray McCollum stepping out of bounds, and Young is so happy there. Great to see him acting as the cheerleader, as Cooperberg was not supposed to play today and is able to convert twice. So again, from the inside. As Adam. Ariel is playing denied. And that's going to be over and back. Franco is saying that it was touched by Jerusalem player. How is that over and back? Timur is saying that he was pushed. But he's going to avoid the technical foul now. He wants a sub in. That's more. Justin Tillman with his 28 points is getting a much-needed breather at the end of this quarter. Can Jerusalem get something going ahead of the fourth? McCollum up for three, makes it. Beautifully done. That's a good shot. McCollum with a good debut. A good debut by McCollum. Timur. Cooperberg. They need Yamadar now. That's the guy who can create. And sidestep, three-pointer is short. Maybe was partially blocked. And Stanton Kidd dunks it and draws the foul. That's what Hapoel Jerusalem needed. The dunk by Thomas earlier. Now the three. Then the three by McCollum, and then this beautiful dunk by Kidd, who I think decided he was gonna dunk this at midcourt. So here is the decision. And he gets fouled and dunks it. And we knew it was coming. Hapoel Tel Aviv with so many players, so many key players out. Despite the big lead, you knew a run, at least a run by Jerusalem is coming. So Kidd converts the three-point play. Hapoel Tel Aviv's players that are injured and are just out. Talib Zana, JP Takoto, Reggie Upshaw. They're all in the stands. Last play of this quarter, it's just a 14-point game. Madar. That was a great pass. Madar was looking for a foul. That is not happening. So Jerusalem are finally making a run. And it's a fourth play for the clock. They have to continue playing aggressive. Tillman is back in. Adam Ariel started the game with 53% from three. Missed his first three attempts from beyond the arc, but now has made three, so he's back at 50% for the game. And it's just an 11-point game. Brimo with 4 fouls, so that's important. with a beautiful made three-pointer. He has made strides this season, becoming a killer three-point shooter. Stoll. Long three, misses. Adam has the ball. Hapoel Tel Aviv needs something from Madar. It can't just be Tillman all day. And that's a turnover as Stoll was trying to force it to him. So some mistakes, and we're starting to feel the lack of firepower by Hapoel Tel Aviv. But I think that's the time that Madar needs to take more on himself. He's just 2 of 7 from the field. Kidd misses the three, but Kramer has the rebound. Tillman is doing everything, and he has to battle all the bigs of Hapoel Jerusalem, all by himself. Stoll draws the foul from Kidd. That's the 3rd foul by Kidd. But how can Hapoel Tel Aviv score? I'm gonna say again, the answer is number 11, Madar. Stoll, Madar, that's the guy, and he just can't make it. That's an easy shot for him, usually. You can just see how momentum has shifted, how Jerusalem truly believes that they can come back from being down by 24 points. Madar, 2 of 8, they need him today. It's not an easy adjustment for him also to see Stoll with the ball so much. He's used to having the ball in his hands. Great play, great pass by Stoll to Moore, who misses it, but of course Tillman is there to tip it in. He has 30 points, but now has to defend the bigger, stronger Tayshaun Thomas. Stanton Kidd, that's too easy. I think Hapoel Tel Aviv needs to give the ball to Madar. Bring it up, make decisions. Forget the 2 of 8 from the field. He needs to shoot more. And he gets the ball, and he takes the shot. And it still is out. And Madar needs to continue shooting. Maybe Barty Moore can come in. Yeah, and Madar is getting a breather. Timur is coming in. So he should be shooting. They need people to shoot to take some of the attention away from Tillman. An 11-point game, but Jerusalem can make it single digits. That's it. Here it is. It's just too easy. Franco is yelling at Moore. Just tells him, foul the guy if he passes you like that. Tillman. So refs have decided that this was in the act of shooting. Adomaitis can't believe it. Did he gather? That's the foul. Did he gather the ball? That was the question, and it's a close call. So it's just a 9-point lead for Hapoel Tel Aviv.
ועזייתם לעדות מסכות בכל עת ולשוב במרחק של שתי כיסאות אחד מהשני. תודה רבה. זריקות מרכב תל אביב, אנחנו עושים רעש הפועל, כולם עושים רעש, לא נותנים, שני זריקות, קישה, רעש. עוד זריקה יותר חזק.
Tillman makes one of two. Stoll is called for the foul as he put his arm on Kramer. Kramer had an opening, but McCollum did not pass him the ball at the right time. But there are so many ways for Jerusalem to have an advantage. This is one advantage. McCollum, that's just very easy. More. That's the fourth foul by Stanton Kidd. I think Moore might have touched the rim there. That's why some of the fans were protesting. And Port Tel Aviv going to have a hard time scoring today. That's just not a smart foul by Kidd. Tillman gets it in as he was triple teamed, as he should be, with the lineup that Apol Tel Aviv has out there. 12 of 16, 33 points. It's a 12-point lead again. Thomas, Adam Ariel. What a season for him from the three. 4 of 7 from 3 for Ariel. And he's doing it with 4 fouls. Stoll, Tillman. Misses this one, but Ariel makes a bad decision. And Stoll just uses all of his experience to steal this ball, and Zalmanson is there to console Ariel. So Tillman misses this. Ariel gets it and does this, which he thinks that his player is there, but actually Stoll was smart enough to see this in advance. Oh, a lot of tension, a lot of drama is filling up in Jerusalem. It's an 11-point game. How can Apol Tel Aviv survive this, and how can Jerusalem let themselves lose to Apol Tel Aviv without 2 of its top players? Well, one answer is Justin Tillman, and the other is just all these savvy veteran moves by Tal Stoll, like that latest steal. In terms of fouls, Stoll has 4. That's important to note. Also Stanton Kidd and Suli Brimo. And I said that Ariel has 4, but he actually has 3, so he can play aggressively as he has been playing. 14 points. He is the leading scorer with Brimo for Jerusalem. For Apol Tel Aviv, Madar is back, smiling. They will need him down the stretch because it just can't be only Tillman. There has to be either Timur or Madar, and we're seeing some zone defense by Apol Tel Aviv, as they should, to mix things up. As Ariel takes another 3 and makes it 5 of 5 in his last 5 3-point shots for Adam Ariel. Moore is looking to find Tillman inside. He gets it inside. Thomas. And he will head to the line. There's such panic in Jerusalem's defense whenever Tillman gets the ball inside. Ariel is making a name for himself. This is him scoring big buckets, trying to take Jerusalem on his back, get them back. As Tamir Blad is back in, and again, something about the ball being in McCollum's hands and in Chris Kramer's hands and not in Blad's hands is taking Blad away or off the offense, as Brimo is still out, sitting out with that 4 fouls that he has. 35 points and 10 rebounds. We don't see this often in the Israeli league. And they're going to score almost every trip. They're just, the Appoel Tel Aviv have no tools to stop Jerusalem's offense. So the only answer by Appoel Tel Aviv is to score on their offensive possessions. Stoll. Tillman is way outside. Stoll versus Blatt. Finds Moore. Mid-range shot is off. But Stoll, of course, is there. And he draws the foul from Kidd. So Stoll will head to the line, and Kidd is out. So 5 fouls, he's fouled out. I guess we'll see Suleiman Brimo. What a debut by Paul Stoll. Only 3 points, but 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. It's a 10-point game. Kidd is fouled out with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Brimo is back in with his 4 fouls. Blatt, Brimo. Madar picks his pocket. That's important for Appoel Tel Aviv. And Madar now score. Finds Tillman in the post. 3 players on him. Madar, mid-range. Unbelievable. He never misses these shots, but nothing is falling for him today. He's 2 for 10. Blatt, bad pass, good fronting defense by Jonathan Moore. Appoel Tel Aviv, they somehow need to survive this run by Jerusalem, who have been off for 3 weeks, ever since Katash has left. Tillman misses. Kramer finds the easy Thomas there, easy layup dunk. Franco is calling for a timeout. How can they hold on? Because it's not only that they're missing Jones and James Young, they're also missing the scoring of Yamadar, who is at 2 of 10. So it's just too much to survive if you're Appoel Tel Aviv. You're coming in as the underdog as it is. So it's 84-76. And I think Jerusalem just showed in the previous possession how, other than Adam Ariel, no one, maybe open threes, of course, by Blatt and Kramer, but other than that, it should all go inside Brimo or Thomas, because it's a layup lane for them. And we saw it over and over again. There's no physical presence by Appoel Tel Aviv to stop them in the paint. Raimo now, after the timeout, has some words for his teammates.
אוהדים בהפועל ממשיכים בהגנה, צריכים את כולם. אוהדים בהפועל.
So, full court press.
בואו אנחנו נעשה את השינוי. כולם ביחד. תנו לי להפועל.
Stoll finds more, and they're able to cross midcourt, and that's too easy, and that's the gamble. And I don't know if Jerusalem needs the full court press. If they're scoring every trip, they just need 4 stops. Why give the Tel Aviv the chance to break the pressure and have an easy layup like they just did? And that's a foul by Madar, who said he had all ball. So, great pass from Timor to Tillman. McCollum for 3, he makes it. It's a 7-point game. McCollum 15 points in a very promising debut. But Jerusalem needs this win as their season. And that's a horrible foul by McCollum on Stoll. Why do you need to apply that pressure on Paul Stoll, who's not a scoring threat still? Stoll is such a reliable free throw shooter. So it's 2 minutes to go. And that's his stat line. 5, 6, and 5 on the way to 6. 6 and 5. So just a costly foul by McCollum. Hapoel Tel Aviv, 22 of 24 from the free throw line today. Another reason they're leading. McCollum, Kramer, they don't need to force the 3, and that's the right decision. Tillman is doing it all, also defensively. Justin Tillman is going to take the tape of this game. That's a beautiful defensive play. And McCollum shows his potential. Another 3. It's just a 6-point game. A minute 40 to go. This has developed to be a great, great game. A long 3 by Stoll, not a smart play, but Yamadar is there to pick the ball from McCollum. Wow! As he's been off all night, but such a smart move. So Stoll, I think that was a bad shot. McCollum and Madar is just there, beautifully timed, and it's an 8-point game, but it's still wide open here. There is time. 90-82 is the score, a minute 24 to go. McCollum has been the hot hand as of late with 18. Ariel has 17. So they are the 3-point threats, but if they can get a quick 2, I think that's fine as well. And just defend without fouling. Make sure Tillman doesn't get the ball too close to the basket. Get a stop and then run back. That's the plan in my mind if I'm Hapoel Jerusalem. Go quickly to the basket. If you have an open 3, of course, go for it. But if not, take the layup and then defend a solid possession without fouling. Get the stop, get another bucket, apply, put the pressure on Hapoel. Let's see what they actually end up doing. So that's McCollum. Beautifully done. Not a lot of time to release this, but only net. That's a good-looking shot, but that is going to be credited against McCollum as a turnover. Here's McCollum thinking of the 3. Ariel sees Timor in his grill. Tough shot by Ariel. He makes it and draws the foul. And he's looking Dame Lillard-like. Timor was in his face. And Ariel is on fire. 6 of his last 6 three-point shots have gone in. Look at that. Yes, and he touches his hand. And that is the worst outcome. And look at that look by Ariel. I don't know if it's to someone he knows there or just in general to Jerusalem's fans. But misses the layup, misses the free throw, sorry. And the refs are saying this is Apol Jerusalem's ball, but they're going to take a look at this. Wow. So Ariel misses the free throw after he makes the 6th three-pointer. So they're going to take a look at this because this is big. And I said they should go for 2, maybe 3 if it's open. And they're smart not listening to me because they went for a crazy tough 3, made it for a potential 4-point play, and that is touched by Brimo for sure. There's no way they see this replay and keep the ball by on Apol Tel Aviv side, in my mind, and keep the ball in Jerusalem's possession. Here it is, Brimo. No, Moore doesn't touch the ball. He doesn't touch the ball. It's Brimo with his fingertips, and Moore does not get there. Yeah, no, I don't think he touches it. So here it is now. Brimo touches the ball. And there's nothing. And there's no contact by Moore. He's close, but he doesn't touch the ball. Brimo now super slow. And that's the closest that Jonathan Moore's hand gets to the ball. And it's Apol Tel Aviv's ball. That's a big call, but I think the right one to make. So now Apol Tel Aviv, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time. Jerusalem shouldn't foul. That's the worst outcome for them. They just need to play solid defense and get a stop. And they're putting the pressure on, which again, I'm not sure is the right thing because this could result in an easy layup. And it does. So again, they are losing the game by applying this full court pressure when they just need to play solid half-court defense. Why pressure full court? Why give Apol Tel Aviv an easy layup? Because here, Thomas can't commit. Beautiful play by Moore, but also an easy play for him. Why are they applying the full court pressure? .107 to go. Jerusalem fans are still doing their thing. They're singing, they're cheerleading, they're cheering their team on, whatever the score is. Ariel with the monster game. Now Jerusalem needs, still don't have to have a 3, but would welcome that. Kramer. Just horrible play. That's coming out of a timeout. I think the play was designed for Ariel, but something in the timing was off. So again, pressuring. Kramer, I think, his finger. Probably hit by the ball. So I think Apol Tel Aviv now have 1 second to cross midcourt. As Apol Tel Aviv have this timeout and then another one, if needed. So 92-85, less than a minute to go, 56.8 seconds. So they're reviewing now to see what the timing should be exactly and who is sending this ball out of bounds. It's just tough to see, but I think it's Chris Kramer. So it's going to stay Apol Tel Aviv's ball. So now the timeout officially begins because it was a review process before. What a game by Justin Tillman. Tillman has 37 points, 10 rebounds, 48 ranking. I'm not sure we've seen that in the Israeli league. Tillman is also contributing defensively. Madar is fouled. And why are they fouling? It's just mind-boggling. The decision-making by Apol Jerusalem, I have to say, is just mind-boggling, time after time. Just play solid defense. They had, despite playing from behind, if they had just played solid defense from the 4-minute mark and on, I would bet they would be leading by now. But they went full court press as Madar misses. So just a bad shooting day for him. Not a good game other than that amazing steal and layup that he made earlier. Can he make this one? He does. So it's an 8-point lead for Apol Tel Aviv. McCollum takes the three, misses it. Raimo makes the two, so they're still in it. Now, yeah, now you need to pressure. I agree with that. Madar, nice pass, stole. They pass mid-court. Now, if they're gonna get fouled, they're fine with it. But now it's not smart by Jerusalem to foul. More. So they're milking the clock. Now they're gonna try and attack. Madar misses. Rebound by Jerusalem. Adam Ariel goes for another three, misses this one. Raimo. Just hope no one is injured here. Raimo is holding his high ankle. Just don't want to see these injuries. 5 seconds to go. Jerusalem needs a miracle. but Brimo is fine, even though he's walking this off gingerly. What a leadership game by Paul Stoll. So if Brimo makes this, Jerusalem needs a steal. Hapoel Tel Aviv needs to just not do anything. Even if they lose the ball somehow, just don't commit a foul on the three-point shooter. So another timeout by Danny Franco. Stoll is out with 5 fouls. So he made a lot of smart decisions. So Hapoel Tel Aviv needs to find a way to inbound the ball. And basically not do anything after that. So Hapoel Tel Aviv are very close to surviving and probably producing their best win of the season. In a year where they're just 4-13, this could be so big for their confidence, building forward, sending a message to everyone that they finally shaped up their roster with all the switches.
Did you talk to me before? What is Hapoel Tel Aviv and what is the meaning for the team not staying in the first division?
I mean, I think, you know, we didn't necessarily talk a lot about Hapoel. We were just talking about everything basketball, but that's my guy. He's a great guy. You know, we text and stuff like that. But, I mean, just from playing in the country, you know, the certain teams, the fans and the team and the clubs, the history. So I'm pretty knowledgeable as far as that compared to most players, I think.
So Justin Tillman is back in. Again, Hapoel Tel Aviv, they just need to inbound the ball. We can see their bench is still not breathing. Adar, that's all he needs, is to hold the ball. Now they're fouling him. Timor inbounds the ball, and once Madar catches it, they're in good shape now. If he makes both, they shouldn't do anything. Just let Jerusalem do what they want, because the clock will run out. Justin Tillman is heading out. 37 points, 13 of 19 from the field. 13 of 19, 11 of 13 from the free throw line, and 10 rebounds for Justin Tillman. And doing it with Tyreek Jones being out, James Young being out, with the whole focus of Jerusalem on him. And he battled defensively. 2 block shots I forgot to mention. And now Timor is close to beat his former team, and he does that. Franco beats his former team. What a W by Hapoel Tel Aviv, playing the second half without 2 of their star foreign players and managing